To Victoria 2, everybody, with me, Duke of Hoth. Duh, but but welcome back to the third episode of the Civil War. And this episode, in addition to the war, what we're going to be focusing on is getting nitroglycerin as a technology before Britain takes Colombia out of our sphere of influence, because Britain and France are both going after it. Once we get the Panama Canal, I don't think they'll go after it anymore, but we want moralism. Not atheism, thanks. So we've pretty much won the war. I'm not going to do Sherman's March to the Sea because I don't think they need exhaustion, really. I don't want to ruin the populations either. This is very bad. Oh, I can... That tech is done. That's great. Pause. I can add Sweden to our sphere. Let's do it. But I have a feeling Russia's going to try and take them from our sphere. But I probably should have actually used that to discredit Russia for a year. Whatever. What we need to do now is very bad because Britain appears to be using all of their tech points towards it. So forget it. We're going to do the same. We'll just have to watch Sweden and Colombia, or Sweden and Egypt. Because we need to beat the Britons. Going to go for military statistics. Should be done in February 1864. Because Britain can get friendly. They stopped influencing Colombia. Why? Because they know. Well, they're all going after Sweden now. Mexico. What is this? After we get enough to start discrediting the United Kingdom, we'll go after Sweden again. Russia stopped influencing Sweden. These guys, the Belgians. Discredit the Belgians. There we go. These guys, how about we take that? We take, what is that, Houston? Or Lubbock? And we took Austin. Houston's over here. Dallas is there. I don't live in Texas. I don't know. Sorry. Sorry to all you Texans out there. Let's just take whatever that province that is. I thought there was a... thing, an event for 40% of their provinces, but I guess we already had gotten that. Liberals in the upper house. Luckily, in the elections, though, the Democrats are still winning. You see, in the game, though, mind you, the parties are flip-flopped. The Democrats, which I like in this game, are actually conservative, so the Republicans in real life. Now, I think they flip-flop sometime later on. I don't remember when, but in real life, but like they changed names. They've went through a bunch of weird name things, but we're still watching Egypt. We don't have to worry for too long. Oh, please, give me a couple seconds and I can kick Britain out before they kick me. They didn't discredit me. I didn't get a notice. White peace between Austria and Germany. Oh, I should have probably looked at that. Oh well. Get rid of that. Oh, they used it to get to friendly. Alright. Alright, I see how it is. Let's wait till we get to 65 and ban the crap out of Britain as well. Because they're gaining them back just as much as us, so let's ban their embassy as well. And then start just demoting them. That gives us a year to worry about it. Go to Fayetteville. Like, I wish you could tell your troops to go here, 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 and here and actually capture it. But if you tell them to move places, they actually move there. They don't stay to siege the places, which stinks. That's fine. We're losing influence in Greece. That's fine. As soon as we win the Civil War, we're set. House debate on botany. And yet, while some amongst our citizenry can't afford the bare minimums of food and clothing, our government spends wasteful millions on sending expeditions to god-forsaken corners of nowhere in search of colorful flowers. The debate has broken out in the upper house over the botanical expedition that we decided to fund some time ago. Liberals oppose the expenses that the expedition has accrued, claiming that the United States can ill afford such luxuries. Actually, we're making £62 a day and have 277,000 pounds hidden away, so I think the government policy can still stand. All liberals gain militancy? Boo-hoo. Lol. 1 militancy from all that? Nice. Actually, I remember one of my things, the encourage soldiers thing was kind of dumb, so let's encourage wood in New England again instead of soldiers. Since we can't build factories still, how are we doing on factories? Some unemployed people. Oh, that's us. That's them, not us. Illinois is building a factory. DC barely has anyone. New England has I don't want a preferred thing on there. Yeah, New York keeps building factories. Our projects: build a glass factory in Ohio. Sure, that'll make like 3. So if we can ever get to Southern Democrat and start building our own factories, that'd be great too. We're taking our sweet time. I might actually have to do Sherman's March to the Sea in order to win, but I don't think so. I think if we just annex everything, or conquer everything, we'll be fine. How's Colombia looking? Still looking great. Yeah. Oh, I didn't click anything good. They're not influencing me anymore because they know. They know. Well, guess what? They're waiting to decrease me again from Greece, so lol. That's fine. Guess what, Britain? Bye. Lockout. Capitalists in one of our states have called a lockout following a period of intensifying labor conflicts in the area. Workers have been informed by management that no one is welcome back to work, while union sympathies still run high among the employed. Local police have expressed support for the move, citing a long series of disturbances at the factory, some even bordering on sabotage. In Oregon isn't even a state yet, so lol. Anyways, all poor in Oregon become socialist, or all rich just get consciousness. Sure, I don't like socialists, so. Honestly, I've never played as, in the United States at least, as a socialist or as Nazi or fascist. But I don't plan to, not as the US at least. I mean, just because as a, I don't know, I could be dumb, but I just don't like them. Like, just because the stigma from the past, I don't really like them. You know, communists and Nazis, not my cup of tea. So, actually, you go back there, conquer that first. Take their only war score away. Crush their hopes and dreams. There we go. The war started in 1861, and on this June 11th of 1863, we reunite the nation. We don't have any other things to sign, right? And on this day in 1863, we unite the nation. Let me take a screenshot. There we go. There we go. The Civil War is over. The war has raged for some time, but alas, it's over. Demobilize our military. And our remaining units should head... I don't know what to do now. Our remaining units head north for our expedition of Canada is soon to rage on. First Army is a good one. Our military has still been crushed for the most part, but our resolute stands strong. I believe these guys should be... Let's just go Washington, I guess. So yeah. The Union has been the country has been reunited. Let's just... You can pause if you want to read these. The Red Cross, Geneva Convention, War between Brazil and Paraguay, Revolution in Argentina, Colombia fears our might. I don't know which one. Let's scroll down to the bottom here. 1857, France and Russia, Revolution in Chile, Piedmontian fear. A glimpse into the year 2000. A prominent futurologist has granted an insight into the distant year 2000 AD. Speaking to our futurologist correspondent, he said, "By 2000, each landed gentleman will own at least 5 hot air balloons." Darn, I missed the memo. I must be some poor little son of a gun, not having any hot air balloons. Oh man, blacksmith was kicked to death by a horse he was attempted to shoe in Klamath Falls yesterday. Sad. Two Sicilies relations, they become Italy eventually. Danish research, new patents. The CSA fears our might. War between the USA and CSA. On February 3rd, 1860, the USA announced that a state of war existed between them and the CSA. The foreign minister of the USA, when asked for the reasons war had been declared, stated the need to unite the Union. "We only intend to reclaim what was unjustly claimed before and restore peace and order to the region," he added. "This unlawful aggression will not stand," his counterpart in the CSA responded, demanding international community to condemn the aggressor. "May God have mercy on them all." So the war raged between February 3rd, 1860 and June 11th, 1863. The Spanish fear, "Don't worry, Spain, we're not going to attack you yet. We have more important fish to fry. And I'm not even going to consider attacking Britain until I can start sphering places." How is our thing having an effect? The Conservatives are going to win. They're having somewhat of an effect, especially in Ohio. From New York. Now we can get soldiers from the whole Union as well. How about we start asking for soldiers from Georgia? A liberal professor at one of our universities has published a pamphlet on economics that has received serious attention in liberal circles both in the USA and abroad. The pamphlet is a profound little tract arguing in eloquent terms the virtues of free marketing and laissez-faire, and the author is now being mentioned in the same breath as luminaries such as Ricardo and Smith. We could decry the pamphlet as a spurious piece of liberal propaganda, but then again, he might have a point. Obviously, we must take pride in this publication, or certainly this is only propaganda designed to exploit the working class. Let's do that. Pennsylvania needs the extra help, so yeah. Instead of New England, though, let's encourage soldiers in New York. We lost a lot of men. Brazil wants to ally us again, of course. Mexico wants... Why will they not accept? Because of our relations? They're in our sphere. Mobilization size, nice. I need nitroglycerin, thank you very much. We do want to go to war with Mexico, but we need to get them to allow our troops through first to go to war with Canada. That's fine, we're getting deduced in Greece and Sweden. No. Colombia, we banned Britain and can now decrease the opinion of Britain because they're highest. Even though France should now be, they now are unbanned. We can decrease them in a second as well. Whereas France, or Britain, is banned until May of next year. Why do we have bankrupt factories? Geez, that's no good. Because they're in the south. Lol. Open all factories, subsidize all factories. There we go. Take off the influence, though. We don't need influence. Any of all factories. These are all the southern factories got messed up by the war. There we go, we're subsidizing them all. The workers start going back to work. Good. And cement factory and railroads. Speaking of which, how are our railroads looking? I've totally neglected that. Railroads in the state. Control, click. We're at $300,000 again, so let's do all of it. Wisconsin. Iowa's a state. Missouri's a state. Minnesota's not a state. Arkansas is a state. Mississippi's a state. We've just spent $80,000 on railroads, everybody. I hope we're happy. There we go. And that's fine. Massive railroad expansion. Radical reconstruction. Societal status, mobilization impact, -5%. We can mobilize 43 units. That's gorgeous. We lose 3 war exhaustion. All Pops and Dixie lose 5 consciousness and 5 militancy. Though, let's not do that right now. Our militancy and consciousness aren't even that high, so that's fine. We cannot enact social reform, more of an upper house. We can do based on population. We only want to do these, I only do these if the population wants them. Sweden wants to ally us, of course. Of course, my good man. I'd love to ally Denmark, but I can't until I take them from Germany. Oh. Actually, I guess that was never in my goals. Okay, whatever. I'll just get good relations so they can't attack me, lol. I think that was my goal anyways. Tunis's relations, stone delivered, breakthrough in Hawaii. We can already build army units in a lot of places. How about our budget? I didn't even think to look at that. Wickedness must be stamped out. Oh man. Yeah, I forgot about this, lol. Increase our education to 60%. Just for now, because a big change like that. Administration at 60%. Tariffs can stay up. There we go. Alright. We can reduce our naval spending to 80 to 65. Because we don't use it that much again. And our land units, 90 for now. Let's do our overall military. Let's shrink our overall military spending to 90 as well, because the Geneva Convention does that anyways, so let's just adjust it as requested. Reduce all middle taxation, 75% on the middle class and full on the poor for now. Come on, can we get nitroglycerin, please? Oh wow, all those railroads. Decrease opinion of France only because they're unbanned. Once we get nitroglycerin, we'll be set. After this is done, even, we have to do military, or, sorry, I was right the first time, scientific management, which means we have to go through organized factories first. But at least we have a bonus for that. That way we can have like a full 6% chance to get it. Belgium is in... Wow, that's rude. They're going after Mexico. Again. They're still going after Mexico. Actually, not that much, I guess. Where's Sweden, though? I need to get Sweden back in my... Yep, they lost their war, which sucks, but... That has Norwegian cores, correct? Yes. That stinks. I'd like to get them before the Brits, or before the... Oh, that's done. Organized factories. Yeah, I'd like to get this before the Russians can kick me out. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, the USCA. That's fine. They're ambushing me. That's fine. So, what army units do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. Merge these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take one of these there and one cannon and put him up here. Sounds like a plan. One army unit down here. Sounds like a plan. And then one horse. So we need an infantry and another horse for down here for Washington. One infantry from Paducah. One horse, one cuirassier from Binghamton. Oh, not one infantry. We wanted one engineer. That's what I wanted. Still Raleigh and Binghamton. They will meet where? I believe they meet in Washington, yes, already. That's good. And I would like to get a third army if possible, with about the same amount of men before I invade. As for our navy, let's just merge all of our navy. That's really 7 men of war. That's not big. I can build units, but I didn't... I forgot to keep upgrading my naval bases. That's dumb. So now it's going to take a long time before we can build any of those bigger ships. I'm a dummy. Norfolk. Oh, the naval doctrine only allows 2, so we need another naval expansion. That's great. Okay, well that's what we'll do next time. After this tech is over, we'll get a naval improvement. You see, I think what we're going to do next episode is attack Canada. But I will give you all... Well, so I can't really go into details right now. But let us start building another navy. We can still build commerce raiders. We can build monitors and ironclads. Let's build 15 commerce raiders. Actually, get rid of all those. Yeah. We can build 15 men of war. Let's do that, and then 15 commerce raiders. 30 commerce raiders. We'll see how it goes. They can all meet in Norfolk. Supposedly, it's going to be too many ships. If so, then we'll just get rid of the ships we already have, this fleet. Because honestly, this fleet was good to us, but it's more of a reserve fleet now. Post them in Long Island. And this is our transport fleet. 27 ships. And so ideally I'd like to build one more full navy, or one more full army rather, that matches the size of these, so 30. Oh, a crisis and for Poland. Oh, they want us to back them. They want to be freed from Austria. I'm not going to back Poland, sorry. They usually don't get backed, and then it gets skipped over, because nobody backs them like that. But yeah, that happens usually. Who can we increase relations with? Sokoto. People I'd like to see in the future. Abu Dhabi. Oman pretty much has lost all their territory. Bavaria, of course. Another great power. Nope, not that. And Denmark. There we go. I'd say that was a pretty good episode. We finished the Civil War, closed it in 3 years, and are beating all of our enemies. In sphering, so I would say we won so far. But come back next episode for sure to see our invasion of Canada, the first step in our full annexation of Canada. I'll see you then. This has been Duke of Hoth, and like I just said, I'll see you then.